The Bristleback is one of the brand new machines you'll encounter on your journey in the perilous Forbidden West. I'm Noxious, and in this video I'll cover everything you need to know about the Bristleback, including its locations, strengths and weaknesses, combat strategies, overriding, and more. So what is a Bristleback? Bristlebacks most closely resemble an amalgamation of a wild boar and warthog, having the overall shape and build of the former while sporting the tusks of the latter. Bristlebacks are a member of the acquisition class of machines and primarily spend their time rooting around looking for resources needed in the cauldron network with their large tusks and grinding discs. Occasionally, they can even find containers filled with metal shards. Bristlebacks can be quite aggressive and utilize their size and speed to kill any humans unlucky enough to stumble upon a sounder of them. To make matters worse, they can even dig up large pieces of scrap which they then coat in either metal bite or blaze for a powerful melee attack. Bristlebacks are one of the 3 rideable land-based mounts in the game, once you unlock their override that is. Although they appear large and cumbersome, they actually match the smaller Charger's speed in a straight line and provide more offensive capability. This has made them a prime target for Regala's rebels to override. Rebels frequently ride them into battle, even using them in the battle at Barren Light with devastating effectiveness. Bristlebacks can be found at a whopping 21 dedicated machine sites on the map. To review them all in detail, change your playback speed to 0.25 and then change back to normal speed at the 2-minute and 30-second mark. Now let's review the machine catalog entry for the different variants of the Bristleback. Both the Acid and the Fire Bristleback are level 13 acquisition midweight machines. They are herd machines that use their tusks to dig up resources. If provoked, they can unearth scrap and augment it with acid or fire for use in ranged and melee attacks. The Acid Bristleback is weak versus shock damage and strong versus acid damage. The Fire Bristleback is also weak versus shock damage, however is strong versus fire damage. Notable loot for both the Acid and Fire Bristlebacks includes metal shards, metal bite or blaze, sturdy hard plate, machine muscle, bristleback circulator, braided wire, medium machine core, bristleback primary nerve, and metal bone. Now let's review the machine catalog entry for the Apex Acid and Fire Bristleback. Apex Bristleback, a level 23 acquisition midweight machine, a hunter-killer variant recognizable by black and gold armor plates and purple muscles. It has been modified to be significantly more resilient and deadly. They cannot be overridden. The Apex Acid Bristleback is weak versus purge water damage and strong versus acid damage, while the Apex Fire Bristleback is weak versus frost damage and strong versus fire damage. Both Apex variants provide similar loot as the regular variants, however with the addition of a 51% drop rate for piercing spike, a 50% drop rate for volatile sludge, and a 45% drop rate for Apex Bristleback Heart. Next, let's study the Bristleback's weak points so that we can exploit them in battle. 2 elemental canisters, either acid or blaze, rest on the Bristleback's rear haunches protected by a metal plate. These act as its acid or blaze storage depending on the variant. You can detach them to collect their corresponding resource, or you can shoot the acid canisters with a well-aimed acid arrow to detonate and inflict the corroded state, or shoot the blaze canisters with a fire arrow to detonate and inflict the burning state. 2 large tusks protrude from both sides of the Bristleback's snout, which it utilizes to dig up natural resources and as offensive weapons. Detach them before defeating the Bristleback to disable its gore attacks and to collect and use in upgrading early game gear. Finally, 2 grinder discs make up the Bristleback's jowls and are used to dig up underground resources. Detach them for a chance to collect loot like braided wire, piercing spike, sturdy hard plate, and bristleback circulator. Now let's familiarize ourselves with the Bristleback's range of attacks. The Bristleback sweeps its massive tusks around in its gore attacks and can even donkey kick you if you approach too close from behind. Simply dodge sideways or backwards to avoid these attacks. Here, it uses its tusks to dig up a large piece of scrap from the ground to use in its charge attack. Here you can see the Bristleback's AoE elemental attack resembling a bucking bronco. Watch out as it prepares for its leaping Tusk Smash attack. Dodge directly under as it leaps, or you may find yourself in the line of fire of its follow-up ranged attack. Finally, keep dodging backwards to avoid its combo Tusk attack. Take everything you've learned in this video and you'll be defeating Bristlebacks with ease. The Bristleback can indeed be overridden and used as a mount once you unlock its override by clearing Repair Bay Tau as part of the main story. I will now demonstrate overriding a Bristleback in the wild. We're of course going to be setting it to aggressive. Let's first see how it fares against both a regular Bristleback and an Apex Bristleback. As expected, the regular variant is the first to fall. Followed by the Apex variant shortly after. Now on to a tougher foe, a Snapmaw. Pretty impressive. Now for the final battle with a Rollerback. Before watching, comment below with who you think is going to win. Our overridden Bristleback is victorious. Were you surprised with the outcome? Check out my machine mount race videos linked in the description to see how the Bristleback fares as a mount. Given their strength and the ability to use them as a mount, Bristlebacks make for a great early game override. So what do you think of the Bristleback? Do you like the acid or fire variant better? Let me know in the comments below. I think the Bristlebacks were a great addition for Horizon Forbidden West, and I love their brutish design. If you learned something new in this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and click the notification bell to be notified when I upload next. As always, I'm Noxious Asp. Thanks for watching.